Hi everyone, I'm Hales and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some patterns and some fabrics that some were given to me by a lovely lady on Instagram, and some I've purchased myself online because obviously all the fabric shops in the UK are currently closed. So online shopping it is. Before I launch into that, I will just show you, I've got the pattern of what I'm wearing, which is very easy Vogue V9146, which is this one here. And I do have a video all about this dress, so I will link that one in the description box if you want to know all the ins and outs. But basically at the minute I have put some stitches in. I've also just put a safety pin in for the sake of this video, because when I sit down, and incidentally I think the reason why it like gapes open is I've realised, I will get some fabric in a second, that I have like a hollow chest here. So I think if I pinch out excess from across here, from like the upper bust, that will solve a lot of issues of gaping that I have on all sorts of dresses. So first up, I'm going to show you a parcel that I received, and there was all sorts of goodies in it. So I'm going to show you what I got. And this was from a lovely lady called Joy, who've been corresponding on Instagram, and thank you so much if you are watching this. I'm not sure if she watches my videos, whether we just follow on Instagram, but if you do watch this, thank you so much, Joy, and I really appreciate it, and it's awesome. So I'm going to start off with the first fabric, and there is loads of this. So here, it's a border print. I'm going to move the camera back because I'm too close and you won't be able to see, so bear with me a second. Since I discovered my new filming corner, I'm quite happy with this, so I can get a better shot of things. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. So this I have actually doubled over. So the actual, see, there's so much of it, and I never buy lots of fabric, lots of quantity of fabric, because I'm a cheapskate. So this is awesome. That, oh, hang on, I'm showing you the wrong side. You can tell I'm not professional. Right, here we go. So this is this is one selvage, and I'll go up, and then it goes into this lovely pink. And so, look at all this. I think, I mean, I haven't measured it, but there's absolutely, I have no idea how much. Just wonder how much there is. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. There could be like 8 meters of this. I need to really measure it. But so I think maxi dress, don't you? Maxi dress. Any pattern suggestions? It's a polyester feel to it. So what I'll probably do is put a cotton lining in it, which stops it then being so hot to wear in the summer. But because there's so much of it, and because it's got this lovely border on it, let me know if you have any suggestions, because I don't think I own any patterns for a maxi dress. So yeah, let me know on that one. Right, next up is another border print, which is basically, I think it's the same print but just in a different colour. Now blue is my favourite colour. She did ask me what was my favourite colour. I think that, oh, this is more purple than it is blue, but as you can see it goes up and again. There's not as much of this. I think maybe that's 1.5 meters, but certainly enough for a nice swishy skirt, summery skirt. Just because of the border print, I think that would go really well with that kind of like, you know, you want a nice sort of flow and a good swish. Right, I'm going to lift the box up so I don't keep bending down onto the floor. Next up, I think she was really trying to challenge me in my sewing journey, because this one is a chiffon, and there's a good amount of this one as well. It's this lovely blue with a ditzy floral print, but obviously being chiffon, you know, you can see through. But I wasn't sure what to make, and she suggested, and I wasn't aware of this pattern by Sew Over It, which I think was released since lockdown happened, so within the last couple of months, for like a chiffon blouse, and it's designed exactly for using this kind of fabric. And so she suggested the Freya, I think it is, top. I will put it on the screen here, just because I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was called, but that looked really nice. And I'm thinking workwear with this, so with a nice blue like camisole or something underneath, Probably not the long sleeve, because in my job, when eventually the school's open again, I work in the school food department, so there is a lot of like washing up and sleeves being rolled up, so it'd be more practical for me to do the short sleeves on that. So I think I'm thinking that. She's also sent me, I think this is a chiffon as well, in pink. That's doubled over. So nice. And again, she suggested the Ogden cami. I'm not a big fan of the Ogden cami because I don't like the way it just hangs down. I find it pulled in, it's a bit more flashy on me, but I'm not really sure. I've only ever made a kimono from a free pattern online which I downloaded, and I never wore it, but that's because it was made in a bit of a strange cheapy fabric. It wasn't great, but this adds like the outer layer or something, or some kind of like dress with a nice floaty sleeve. Next up is a polyester type fabric, just a blue, but look at the colour of it. I love the colour of it. I'm not really sure what to make with that. I don't have plans for all of this, you know, so I'm just, this only arrived a couple of days ago, so I haven't had a chance to think through everything. Yellow, look at that, nice bright top. Again, I'm not sure. It needs to be paired with something, I think, with yellow. It needs a pattern to go with it. Here's some organza, which she sent me, which this is all doubled up, but it's got these lovely rings on it. It's colourful sort of rings. No idea at the minute what I'm going to make with that. I'm going to go and get my studio light and switch it on because I think the colour's going. Hold on. I flipped my studio light on, so hopefully it's a bit brighter now, and I've lost my train of thought where I was. Oh yeah, the organza. And then last fabric that she sent me was some velvet. It's crushed velvet, and there is a good couple of meters here. So obviously not for the summer, but Christmas time, autumn time, fairly fitted dress. I would look really nice in that. Thank you so much, Joy. And one thing she sent me, which is really nice of her, is that she made me a bag from some Amy Butler fabric that she had when she bought it from Australia, and she made this bag and sent it to me. And so look how lovely the fabric is. And then it has a magnetic clasp, and it's all fully lined on the inside as well. Now, I know I've made a couple of tote bags for my mum, and even those, I think a tote bag would be fine, but even those are quite fiddly. So I know, especially when if you make stuff yourself and somebody sends you something, you know the work that goes into it. So that was really nice and really appreciated. She also sent me some erasable markers, which I haven't used. I don't own any of these actually, because when I go to mark a dart or anything like that, I'm there with the tailor's chalk, but it's so thick. And then it rubs off, so it's not always that successful. So I'm looking forward to trying out these pens. The other thing that she sent me was some patterns, and the only pattern that I've bought recently is the Miette skirt by Tilly and the Buttons, which is a download, and I have made that into something, but I think that's the only pattern that I recall making or have bought recently. So this is really appreciated. So I'm going to quickly run through what they are. New Look 6094. I like the skirt part on those. I mean, possibly I could use some of these fabrics that she sent me to make up these. And if you have made any of these, let me know in the comments down below. Next up, Cynthia Rowley 1873. The dress, maybe the dress at the top there, that looks quite good. Obviously it's a coordinates one, so you've got the jacket and things. New Look 6145. Now I did actually used to own this one, and I cut out, but I probably cut out completely the wrong size because I never trace, I always cut. So actually it's really good to have a new pattern and cut the correct size, because when I made this one, it was a few years ago, didn't really know what I'm doing about sizing, and just kind of would cut something too big and then just cut it then just take it in and kind of like mess it up. So it's good to be able to have this because I have seen some nice versions of that, and cut into a top as well will be quite handy. Next up is from the McCall's. It's a McCall pattern, but it came with a magazine, I think. So there's no, at the bottom, McCall Pattern Company, there's no number on that, but that is an expanding bag. So that's quite interesting to do. Next up, Simplicity 8511. And those sleeves, look at those sleeves on that dresser, on any of those dresses really. They would look nice with the pink actually, with the pink sort of chiffony. Next up, New Look 6467. I haven't seen this pattern before. It's not one I'm familiar with, but it's got quite an interesting detail on the sleeve again. There's like a split sleeve, which is unusual. Next up, Simplicity 5914. I am looking into doing more skirts at the minute, so this is going to be quite handy. It has similarities between this one and the Amazing Fit skirt pattern that I used when I made my blue skirt, which was in my April makes video. But there's View E, this one here. I quite like the look of that one. And last up of the pattern, Simplicity 8544, and View C has a really nice, that sort of pattern one. That one there. That has quite a nice sleeve on it as well, quite a nice fluttery sleeve. So some really nice patterns, thank you so much. And I will just show you the fabrics that I have purchased as well. First up is from a company called So. I wasn't aware of this, saw it through somebody else. It was either on Instagram or something like that, and checked them out. So they're here in the UK, and this is a viscose or rayon, and it's dead stock fabric. So it's ex-designer, and this was used to make clothes for Topshop, and it is a blue colour with this sort of gold and cream circles. And I bought two, I'll just double check, 2.5 meters of this. I mean, her favourite colour, and I just like it. I'm really not a big floral person, so I prefer to go, well, I say I'm not a big floral person, which will laugh when you see my next fabric that I bought, because that's completely opposite of what I'm saying. But I don't normally like black with the I'll just stop talking now before I offend someone or say the wrong thing. But anyway, this, I'm not sure I'm going to buy, not sure what I'm going to make with it, but I bought 2.5 meters because quite often I'll buy 2 meters of something and then I'll find a dress I like and then I haven't got enough. But actually some of these dresses, those patterns that I've been sent, probably match into that kind of fabric. Next up is from Sherwoods Fabrics. Now this I saw on the Great British Sewing Bee current series, which I don't know off the top of my head what the number series is, but they had a week when they made Hawaiian shirts for men, and somebody had this fabric and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it's a lady, McElroy, whoever you like to say it, and I kept thinking about it. And you can get it from Minerva Crafts and a couple of other places I think, but it's expensive. I mean, that kind of fabric is expensive. So here it is. And originally I was thinking another shirt dress like I made the last one in, but with the wider skirt, the more floaty skirt rather than the fitted one. Is it 8014? I think off the top of my head. I'll put a photo in of the pattern I'm thinking of. Or any other shirt dress actually, because I bought 3 meters of this and I got this from Sherwoods Fabrics. They had a 20% off for a weekend or something, which they seem to do quite a lot lately. So they had done one for Easter and then I couldn't find this fabric on there. And then there was another weekend. They tend to post their sort of sales on Instagram. So if you follow them on there, I'm not sponsored or affiliated in any way, but that's where I spotted it on Instagram. They had another 20% off all their fabrics. So I went on there because they have a lot from this range. And then purchased it. So it was quite expensive for 3 meters, but I got my 20% off. So I kind of splurged on that one, but I just thought, oh, that would make a really bold, nice shirt dress with a nice sort of more of a full skirt than what I made before. I have one fabric on the washing line, so I will probably just put a picture in of that one rather than take my camera out because I've got it set up on a tripod now. This is an eBay viscose jersey, 1 meter, And I have ordered this, and I ordered another fabric on eBay because I know a lot of the shops at the minute are taking quite a long time to dispatch because of the number of orders, and they haven't got as many people working in the shops due to the lockdown and social distancing. So it is taking longer to get fabrics, and those 2 fabrics there took me about 2 weeks from when I actually ordered. This one, however, because it's eBay, a lot of people are selling on eBay individually and they're just going to the post office, so you can get things a lot quicker. So that was just a fairly cheapy viscose jersey. I have also bought 2 meters of it said linen viscose, but I think it's just a viscose, it's just a rayon, and navy, and that was to make the miette skirt with, and that had arrived. I have made that, and it's actually upstairs hanging up in my wardrobe. So I will show you that skirt as part of my May makes, because I don't actually have it to hand at the minute. But that I ordered that, got it within I think 2 days, that navy fabric, downloaded the PDF pattern, which is the great thing about PDFs because you haven't got to wait, and had it made. So that was all ordered and done within a week. And it was a reasonable price as well, so I was really pleased with that. And that is for a skirt for autumn time, back to when I'm back at work. So there is one more fabric that was 3 meters from Croft Mill, and that was a jersey fabric, and I wasn't sure how sheer it was, so I thought I would see when it arrives how sheer or opaque it is, and then I can determine what I'm going to make with it. But I had in mind the Sally jumpsuit by Closet Case Patterns. That is right, isn't it? Yeah, so I haven't seen loads of them made, or not recently anyway, because everyone's been making the Sirocco and things by Do. But I quite like the Sally one because it's more of a casual summer pyjama vibe going on, and I thought I'd give it a go. I haven't bought it yet because I'm not sure how many pages it is to print out the PDF, because I can't get a hold of the hard, like the paper copy. So we'll see. I'm toying up between that and a pattern by the Friday Pattern Company. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it has like a sort of a tiered jersey dress, and I wasn't sure out of the 2. I am leaning more towards trying to do the jumpsuit, because then you've got like the trouser element, a bit more casual, rather than having dresses all the time, but I'm not sure. So if you've made either of those, let me know down in the comments. I know that Kristen from the Dahlia Society, she has, over on YouTube, she has made the Friday Pattern Company one, and it looked really nice on her, and she made it in quite a bright, bold pattern. I've got a skirt that I have cut out of half sewn, and it's a knee-length skirt, went to put zip in, and the only invisible zip I have is 14 inches long. So the skirt's like probably 19, and then the zip's like 14, so I can't finish that off. I've ordered a replacement zip on eBay, so hopefully that will arrive next week so I can get that done. The other piece of news was my sewing machine completely packed in about, I don't know how long was it, about 3 weeks ago, with the handle, with the dial. It just wouldn't budge, and it said don't force it. Well, of course I was like this, and I had the side of it, put oil in places I wouldn't normally oil because it's a digital machine, and it worked a bit, but it was just terrible. And then it jammed up so much, just couldn't move it at all. And there is somebody who is repairing sewing machines, but you have to drop them off to where he is, which is probably about half an hour from where I live by car. And at that point I wasn't sure if we were allowed to sort of go out and do that. And then I thought, actually, the machine cost me £270 about 7 years ago, and the servicing on the digital machine is usually from £75 plus, and if they have to replace parts on them, I just thought it wasn't worth it. It's, you know, and there's certain functions I would like on a newer machine. So I bought a new machine. I bought a Brother machine. I can't remember the code of it. I will put it on screen. And I phoned up a shop which was local to where I am, within a mile of where I live, and phoned the lady up because I saw something on her website which was an ex demonstration model. She was selling it for £100 off the retail price, and when I inquired if there was anything else included, she then threw in the extension table, which is worth £65, and she put a whole pack of bobbins in as well. So I've got that. It has an automatic thread cutter, needle threader. My other one had a needle threader, but I broke it. And so far so good. I was about to try my first zip with the machine, and then I realised I didn't have the right zip. So I will keep you posted on my progress with that machine. I don't have the box for it, because where I got it from, it's quite a small shop, and so she keeps all her boxes for the ex-dem models in the shop next door, and that is closed, so she can't get hold of it, which has the knee lift in the box, So I haven't been able to try that out. And once she can get access to it, then she said she'll drop it off, because she actually dropped it off at my house like 7:30 one Friday evening. So it is worthwhile, if you are looking at a new machine, try local if you can, because the service I've received is great. And she said normally she would have you into the shop, show you how it works and everything. I haven't been able to do that. So she said have a go on it, and once lockdown is lifted and the shops are open again and she's able to, she will show me more functions on it, give me a tuition lesson if I need it, or if I'm really not liking it, I can swap it for something else, which is awesome. But I don't think I'll be swapping it because I really like it so far. But that is my news. I think I've caught you up to date. I've got patterns, fabric, zip on order, new machine. That's it. See you next time. Thanks for watching.